here we have another plant mistreating its workers, um, not giving proper PPE or um, proper social distancing inside the plant, which is kind of impossible. It's like with Tyson, the Tyson chicken plant that shut down. Um, they were not like following proper protocols and stuff, causing like 800 people to get sick. This place they just started like giving PPE and stuff. Um, Starbucks is also having people protest over its mistreatment of its workers, which is not good. It's good and not good. Good because people are like finally being able to like protest these businesses with bad work practices and stuff. Bad because it can cause problems with the food chain supply. But I hope that these people are able to get proper proper working conditions, especially during a time of a pandemic. Uh, but I'm glad more and more people are realizing they have uh, a bit more power than what they've been told. So now they can protest without uh, as much worry as before, because they're considered essential workers, and without them, the economy would go to a standstill. I mean, people think the economy is bad when it was locked down. Imagine the economy if there are no essential workers working. Let's check out this video.
We began with a protest outside the House of Rayford chicken processing plant. That's in West Columbia. News 19's Alicia Nieves is in West Columbia tonight. She's been following the story all afternoon. Are the protesters still out there? If not, when do they leave?
JR, protesters walked out shortly after noon today, I'm told, and they left probably about 3 o'clock. There were around 20 of them, and they walked out of this plant here, House of Rayford, Columbia Division, and they're demanding hazard pay and just better working conditions. They say they simply feel as if they do not matter because the jobs they do here, they say they cannot follow proper CDC guidelines to avoid contracting the coronavirus. They say they just wanted some change. So they walked across the street, stood on the corner, and held signs to try and get some changes implemented so they can work safely here. They tell us their actions caused them to lose their jobs today. News 19's Emily Correll spoke with them just moments after the walkout.
We're here at the House of Rayford chicken plant in West Columbia, where we set up a microphone and gave workers an opportunity to tell us why they're out here protesting today.
We going home contaminating our household and everything. They don't care about our health. They just want us to come cut these chickens and do what we got to do. They don't care.
We supposed to be getting more money because the way we're working. But since this corona going on, we're around each other like it's hundreds of us in there. We have kids, and it's a hazard. It's a hazard to our health.
We work our butts off in Columbia Farms, and for them to treat us like this, to work us hard like this, is crazy. Then they literally just now start putting stuff up, giving us masks. We was limited to 1 to 2 masks, and you got to use that 1 to 2 masks all day long.
Okay, that is quite fucked up. Making them use 1 or 2 masks for like a whole day. How do they expect people not to get sick if they're just using the same mask over and over? This business obviously has the money to be able to afford better working conditions and PPE for their employees, yet they choose not to because they want to keep making all that extra money. See, the thing about these businesses and these business owners is that they don't care about the employees or the environment or anything of the sort as long as they're making money. This is why workers need to be owning their workplace and not some random person who is just sitting in an office, uh, you know, pushing papers around and acting like he or she is like the head of everything just because they invested some money. These people are the ones actually like risking their lives to help uh, help keep the food supply chain going, and they're treated like they're expendable, but these people aren't expendable. This is why workers need more rights and need more protection than what is going on.
It's not. Watch. It's nothing.
If y'all could just be more concerned about our health, the pay, it really don't even matter about that, but just the health part. At least show us y'all do care or something.
They didn't even talk to us. The first thing they said, we fired. If we don't go back to work, we fired. They didn't even want to talk to us. They didn't want to hear us out here what we had to say. All we heard is we're fired.
So they're being fired for protesting, which shows, in my opinion, the mindset of the employees or the employers. You speak out against what's going on here, well, you don't have a home or you don't have a job anymore. Which that shouldn't be how our society is set up. Where if people speak out against their working conditions, it means they don't get a paycheck anymore. How are people supposed to survive without a paycheck? And you can't expect people to go to a place like this to be exploited and mistreated and not have people speak up.
They don't value us, and you can see that. Like everything that we have for protection, we pay for out of our paychecks. It comes out of our pockets. And so at the end of the day, are we really being helped when we still have to pay for the supplies that we use every day?
No. That's definitely not being helped whatsoever. I mean, no one can really afford to pay out of pocket for PPE, which is why the federal government was supposed to be there and had, that, forgot that building they had for the federal medical supplies, which then Trump, turns around and says that it's not for the states. If Trump was not in office, I think I have a feeling that this pandemic would not be as bad, but because we have Trump in office, it's just causing a whole lot more problems.
Like, that's just not fair.
Here in West Columbia, I'm Emily Carell, News 19 WLTX.
News 19 contacted the company, the House of Rayford Farms, asking them to detail their COVID-19 protocol. So they gave us guidelines they say they have put in place, such as sharing educational materials, reinforcing the importance of hand washing and sanitizing hands, increased cleaning and sanitizing of all commonly used surfaces, and emphasizing the need to socially distance as much as possible in public areas like break rooms and parking lots. They also say they provided more
Okay, so how are they supposed to be, let's go back a little bit. How are they supposed to public or socially distance? I know they're saying if they're in the break room and stuff, but how are they supposed to socially distance anywhere else? And how does just like socially distancing like one time for like a few minutes out of the day supposed to do anything? This is one random thing, but in my opinion, pandemics like this shows that worldwide we need the use of more automation and stuff, which would help people be able to like stay inside, but have various things still running and like producing stuff so that people can get various goods and stuff that they need without worrying about the supply chain getting destroyed. But that's probably a whole different topic. But you see, the guidelines that the House of Rafford is wanting to follow from the CDC can't be followed at their building, and they're claiming that they're doing this just for PR to make it seem like they're doing something.
Like break rooms and parking lots. They also say they provided more personal protective equipment to employees like face masks and face shields. They installed permanent plastic barriers between employees who face each other in the chicken processing line, and they're doing temperature checks as employees get back to work. When we asked employees about this protocol and whether it was true, when it was implemented, they tell us all of these safety guidelines, as far as providing more personal protective equipment, checking temperatures, were put into place yesterday. Aside from the protective plastic shield on the chicken processing line, they say that was put into place over the weekend. In 11
Wow. So yeah, they just recently started doing all this, and how long has it been? It's been at least a couple months or so. I mean, the first case started in February. So it's been almost 3 months or so that the pandemic started. Maybe like a couple months for the lockdown. So they should have been doing stuff like this, a while ago, and not wait.
Letter sent to employees around 4 o'clock this afternoon. We received copies from these employees. House of Rayford, West Columbia says all non-exempt employees, hourly employees, will get a temporary raise of $1 an hour, beginning with this current pay period, which started on May the 3rd. So those who protested for better pay today will not get these benefits since they lost their jobs.
Wow. They're only increasing hourly pay by $1, and it's starting May 3rd, which was some days ago. Wow. And then the people that were trying to get better pay aren't going to get better pay. This business is fucked up, and in my opinion, all the employees should protest and not go off strike until the previous workers who were protesting are rehired and everybody gets higher pay and stuff. They need hazard pay and all that. Give them an extra $5-10 an hour, so that these people can be able to, to make it, you're gonna want to make it worth them risking their lives, and then also give them the ability to be able to pay for extra PPE and stuff that they may want to have at home and all that. This company, this and the owner and stuff are just showing how corrupt and how little they care about any of their employees.
News 19's Nick Jones took these employees' concerns to city leaders in West Columbia, and here's what they're telling us tonight.
Employees here at the House of Rayford are concerned about what they call the lack of social distancing inside this facility. With folks concerned about their health and their family members' safety, we reached out to several lawmakers in the West Columbia and Lexington community for comment. West Columbia Mayor Tim Miles tells News 19, "I'm happy to see folks expressing their First Amendment rights. Columbia Farms has been a good corporate citizen in West Columbia. They provide an essential service by keeping our food chain intact. I'm certain if there are any legitimate issues to be addressed, Columbia Farms will be on top of it."
Columbia Farms will be on top of it. Yeah, that's why it's taken you guys so long to do any of this. And I found it amusing how they called the business a corporate citizen. I mean, I know nowadays that corporations are quote unquote people as they got personhood, but you're not a corporate citizen, you're a corporation. There is a total difference. Corporations are not people. If they are people, then you can sue a corporation for various crimes and stuff. But if you try to, you ain't gonna get anywhere.
of it. David Moy, West Columbia Councilman for District 8, said in a statement, the strength of West Columbia's workforce is an asset that makes our city competitive. Maintaining quality working conditions goes hand in hand with West Columbia's progress goal to attract the best talent pool and businesses to our city. Moy also said on the phone he believes if folks have legitimate concerns, they should be checked out. In West Columbia, Nick Jones, News 19 WLTX.